Welcome to Forcing Function Hour. I'm your host, Chris Sparks. This is the best of 2022 episode highlighting 5 of our favorite moments from the past year. Lots of stellar guests on Forcing Function Hour this year, so it was really tough to limit down to just 5. Milan Ackerman is a serial entrepreneur and investor, best known as the artist manager for hip-hop superstar Russ. Milan discovered Russ on SoundCloud in 2014 and has helped propel him to multi-platinum status with several Billboard Top 100 singles. Today, Milan is the CEO of MPAC Entertainment, one of the most successful independent music management companies. Milan broke into the music industry as an artist manager with no previous experience. In this highlight, Milan shares actionable advice for anyone going through a career transition. How do you start doing something that you've never done before?
Start dreaming and dream big, and understand that you have all the power. Like, it all starts from within you. So all the information, I'm super confident in the fact that all the information exists out there. And that could be like, you might not be speaking to the right people. You might not be Googling the right, the right information that you're trying to obtain, but it exists. So a lot of it is just being comfortable, being uncomfortable, understanding that you need to dream big, and you're not going to get anywhere unless you have persistency. Like, it could be anything, man. It's like, even as an investor, I find myself like, you have to be persistent with this. Just because you think something is going to take off doesn't mean it's going to take off. Like, you might have to go through the storm. So just be comfortable being uncomfortable, and understanding that it's like, you might fail and you might get knocked down, but if you get back up, anything is possible. So really, really harness that and tap into that it's like, I came from nothing personally. I really had no resources around me, but it really stemmed from my drive to accomplish my dream. And my dreams change all the time, but it started off of like, okay, I'm like in my mom's basement right now, and it's dark, and no one in my family's an entrepreneur, but I know one guy who is. You know what I mean? It starts from just like, it could be like, I look up to an artist. It's like my favorite artist, my favorite producer at the time was this guy, Scott Storch, right? He's right here, actually. Okay. And fast forward, why I loved him, he's the science behind Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001, which is like my favorite album ever. He played the piano on Still Dre, all these different things. Fast forward, no joke, this is a friend of mine now, right? I've worked with him for many years. I know him really well. But that would never have happened if I didn't, like, I wasn't like masterminding it to happen. I was delusional, where I was like, I'm going to be friends with him. I'm going to be in the studio with him. And no joke, that's a reality. It came to life. It took some time, but I'm not surprised that it happened, because that's always what I wanted to happen. I even told him too, when I was with him. It's like, and I think Russ did as well, because he's his favorite producer. But it's like, it's surreal where like the things you had dreamed of become a reality. And I'm the testament for anyone else to like, that's possible. It's like, and I have so much more that I want to accomplish that I'm like dreaming of right now. And I got living the dream tatted on me, just so I can wake up every day and see, like, have gratitude, understanding this is where I'm at currently in my life, blessed, but like, there's so much more to accomplish. And knowing that, looking back, like, I would never have thought that I'd be here like I did in my mind, but like in a reality, my God, I got to pinch myself, man. It's crazy. Yeah. So I use that gives me confidence every day in how I move, and, and my visions, like my dreams. Like, I have some crazy ass dreams, like I think I told you at dinner, this was the other thing, is that I wanted to make a movie, and I have this. Yeah. So like, ever since that time that we talked in December, this is you, right? So it's like, you bring that out of me, because I wasn't thinking like that. Like, I wasn't thinking like, this is what I want to accomplish this year. And even if I don't, it's giving me this, like, I'm always referencing back to our conversation, and I'm always like, I'm making the right steps in order to accomplish what I said I would accomplish, So ever since that dinner, I have met with, like, all these crazy things have happened for me, like manifested that happened. Like, I got with a production company who is like does this, you know what I mean? Like they go get the financing for the movies. They have the screenwriters who will take your idea and develop it for you. Now it really comes down to like, I need to secure my idea. So I met with the people who I have to secure the idea with, you know, make sure I can like do that before taking the next steps. I did that already. So it's like, I've never made a movie in my life, you know, but my goal is to be a producer on this film that I was telling you about. And it might take me years to accomplish, but I already see myself sitting at the Oscars. Like, no joke. I see myself with my mom. Like I know it's going to happen. So now I just have to reverse engineer it.